Good evening and welcome to our program tonight. Tonight I have on panel with us, from my right, immediate right, Mr. Kemrad Singh, um, our dear brother Roy Vantal, our presidential candidate, Miss Marissa Nadir, and also another brother, Brian Bourne. Myself, I am Dr. Victor Allen, and tonight we are here to introduce to you our existing TUF that still exists, but we're saying existing because we weren't functioning for some time. And we hope with these TV programs that we will be introducing from time to time will educate the voting population on how to vote for the future of Guyana. To begin, we'll ask our dear comrade Brian to lead us with our prayer.
Okay. Almighty God, eternal Father of all mankind, we beseech you to bless Guyana, our land of many rivers and one people, to cleanse it from all evils, unite all our families into one nation, and help us develop our country's resources, that is, social equality, justice, and brotherly love. We may enjoy together security, freedom, and happiness. From your honor and glory, we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Well, firstly, I would like to invite our dear comrade, Marissa Nadir, our presidential candidate, to address us. Thank you.
Thank you, Brian, for the introduction. First of all, let me say that the prayer that Brian just read is the United Forces Party prayer, which has existed since the 1960s upon the party's formation.
Okay.
And to date, we are the only party that has a prayer. Having said that, Berbice, I know that persons are saying that they haven't heard from the party or knew that the party is still in existence. So I'm here and I'm going to address that issue. Yes, we have been in existence since in the 1960s, as I said, and we are still here. We, the United Force, have younger persons now at our leadership. I am the leader and presidential candidate, and Mr. Roy Vanthal is the prime ministerial candidate. I'm well aware, and the party is well aware, of the issues and persons who have been coming on television and going on platforms and spreading rumors about the party. Let me clarify that before we even start this program.
Okay, do so.
And I'm going to address those issues. The first one that is being said is that the party was never in existence. It hasn't been in existence for some years.
Okay.
Agreed that persons would not have been seeing us in the mainstream media or seeing us out there jumping up on MASH parades or things like that, because the United Force has always had a more closed personal interaction with its supporters. And it is for that reason that the party has still been in existence to date.
Okay.
Mr. Kemraj Singh will address that issue later on in the program, but we have maintained our communication and our base in our strongholds and with our representative and executive members.
Sure.
Second issue, you hear Marissa Nadir. She is Mansour Nadir's daughter,
Of course.
right? And he is on another party's ticket.
So would you like to give us a little
I
insight
would
into
love to. Well, first of all, the persons who are saying that, they're
Uh-huh.
attorneys. And they're coming on TV in Berbice, and some of
Uh-huh.
them, let me say, are attorneys. And there's a beautiful thing in Guyana called the Constitution,
Yes.
which enables an adult,
Uh-huh.
whilst I may look small, I'm 32 years old.
Okay.
It enables an adult to choose, and the freedom of association, any political party he or she wishes to associate with. And for me, that choice is me as in Marissa Nadir, only Marissa Nadir, the United Force. I was born into this party. I have only been associated with this party, and I've been on every single campaign trail for this party since 1991. There is no person in the entire Guyana that can come and say they've ever seen me anywhere else or on any other party's platform other than the United Force. So the attorneys and the other persons who are saying that I was placed to do this by my father, they need to stop being reckless and misleading the people, because I have a constitutional right and my democratic right of association.
That brings me to the next question. What are your interests and why are you running for this position?
First of all, the executive of the party have decided that it's time for the younger persons to take over. And the United Force is the only party that gives young people and qualified young persons, the youth, an equal opportunity to ascend to leadership positions.
Okay.
The executive and the older members of the executive are still with us to date. They are here to advise us, and we don't take decisions entirely by ourselves either. We always consult with our elders. So for us, and my motivation, as I said, having grown up in this party, this is the only party that I believed in. And recognizing that Guyana truly needs a change, we need a change not in persons jumping ship and going to different parties. We need new blood. We need a fresh set of persons who have that energy and dedication. And with us being qualified and young, and coupled with my political experience, we are the perfect alternative.
Okay, I have another question for you. Now, you mentioned earlier about your political rights and so forth. So, and you also mentioned that a few persons were misleading the public in relation with your relationship to your father. Can you clear that up a little for us? If you're forced to do this, or it's of your own free will, is it? Can you make that clear for us in just like a few?
Sure. I was asked to do this by the executive members of the party, and I took the decision myself to run after being approached by the executive of the party. There's nobody else influencing me and influencing the decision to run. Having said that, I want to add, the United Force is contesting these elections, and we have qualified to contest all 10 administrative regions of Guyana, so we are contesting both general and regional elections. We are contesting alone. We have not joined with any other political party. We are not joining with any other political party, if it's before or after elections. We were not placed by any other political party to run so that anybody could pick up the seats, because these are the rumors that the people of Berbice are being fed. And it's, like I said, irresponsible and reckless.
Okay. Now, so if we are to win a few seats, or the entire general elections and regional elections, what are some of the plans that you have? What are the objectives that you have?
For us, again, we're pushing the younger persons. So we have an action agenda, which will be launched shortly. And on the subsequent program, we will actually be discussing some of the issues intended to be addressed in that action agenda.
Okay.
And the action agenda is a new idea implemented and introduced by the younger persons of the United Force, which will be dealt with point form, the immediate issues that need to be dealt with. Some of the things persons can look forward to on the action agenda: effective and efficient government services, lower taxes, and security will be addressed. National security will be addressed.
Okay. Now I direct my questions to our Prime Minister candidate, Mr. Roy Vantal. Can you brief us on your affiliation with the party and some of the objectives that you are looking forward to?
Well, thank you very much, Dr. Victor Allen. My respected viewers, I greet you with a greeting of peace. And thank you for tuning in to this program, Guyana Needs Youth, a program by the United Force, a party that is in existence since 1963-64, and it has contested all the elections from then. And I am in this party since around 2010, and what people are saying about this party, that we are affiliated with other political parties, are not true. Mr. Manzoor Nadir is not part of the United Force. He left a couple weeks before the 2011 election, and the party then had decided, particularly me, had pushed for Marisa to become the prime ministerial candidate at that time. And so the party now had decided that to put her as the presidential candidate. And as long as I live, the TUF will never join with any other party. We have learned from the past. We have learned that our founding leader, Mr. Peter Digar made a mistake to join with the PNC in 1964, and after that the party got a lash. And we have learned from the mistake of Mr. Manzoor Nadir to join with the PPP, and after that the party got a lash. So we won't make that mistake again. We will not make the mistake to join any other party. We want to bring a new type of politics in Guyana, a politics where we don't curse each other, but where we use each other to build a country that will be better for all.
Okay.
And so, if you look at Parliament today, Parliament is the highest institution in Guyana.
Yes.
It is the highest decision-making body in Guyana.
Of course.
Yet, if you look at any parliamentary debate, you see nursery school children debating, people shouting like monkeys in the parliament. We put them there, we voted for them, put them there, and they behave like children. How can children make decisions to run a country? So we want intelligent people to be in parliament to make decisions that will bring about real change in Guyana. As Marisa said, excuse me, it's not change, you come out from PPP or you come out from PNC and form AFC. That is not a change. It's the same old thinking you bring in. We are youths, we have new thinking. We know what are affecting the people. Because we are with the people every day. Every single day we are with the people. We listen to people, we hear the cries. But when you live a luxurious life, both the government and the opposition, they live a luxurious life. They drive big vehicles, they have good houses, they have security guards securing them. They don't know what a man on the street faces.
Okay.
They don't know that. And so we want a new type of parliamentary debates. We want parliamentarians who will really
So
fight for the people.
what you're saying is that you're looking forward to a parliament that has cohesion, so the opposition and the government can both participate in the development of our country. This is what you're asking for?
But that is what's supposed to be done.
Okay then.
If you want to build a house and your wife
Excuse me.
want to break down the window, would you build?
I think that's yes.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Can I introduce and ask our dear brother Mr. Kamrat Singh to share his views on the TUF and his affiliation with the party?
Okay, viewers, good night and welcome to our program. Being affiliated for a number of years with the TUF, and because we face challenges, well, that's why people say that you're not so recognized, but we would like to see that things happen the right way, right? And like for instance, my job within, although you work, you still do humanitarian work.
Yes.
And getting things done for the people.
Uh-huh.
And the smaller people, you might say, right? Or poor people, whatever. But is the TUF normally help those kind of people. And that's the kind of people, that is now the kind of party we're looking at.
Okay.
That helps the people and the people that in need of it. Right? And being with United Force, which I see that is a party with a future that helps young people. And it needs young people because they're the one for tomorrow.
Okay.
Right?
Can I butt in?
Yeah, sure.
I noticed you mentioned that the party that helped the young people.
Yeah.
So I want to ask, what about the old people?
Well, yes, it does.
Okay.
Right?
I
But
think-
was it more in young people?
I think he made an error there.
Uh-huh.
What he means that a lot of people in Berbice know Kamraj, and they know him because of the work that he's doing.
Uh-huh.
And perhaps 95% of the services that he give out to the people come from the United Force. He will
Okay.
call us in Jorsong, I need Pampers, I need this, I need that. We send it to him.
Okay, so
So
we're saying that we need youths, but we are the party for all the people.
for
Yes,
all the
exactly.
people.
Okay, I just wanted to clear the air.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Kamraj,
Yeah.
can you brief us, what type of work do you do in the community with the people?
humanitarian work.
Okay.
Okay, let me say somebody sick in the area, or with any area within Region 6,
Uh-huh.
right? And some of who know me or who get in contact with me
Yes.
and they know me and know what the type of work I normally do.
Mhm.
And they're gonna ask you, some people might want to ask if you have any wheelchairs or if you have any pampers or whatever, crutches or so. When it's Sunday, we donate some pampers for our sisters
Okay.
on these bank. But you know, you help people, and we have seen a lot of poor people out there,
Okay.
right? And the sick, and so the people they're not getting the service they're supposed to,
May I ask why? Why they're not receiving these services?
because I think the people out there who's supposed to help and they're supposed to provide that kind of service, they don't look at those people.
Okay. All right then. Thanks a lot.
Just interjecting,
Sure.
typical example of one of the services and things that we do. Our campaign is not going to be rallies and jumping up all over the place, and
Yes.
we have decided that we're doing outreaches and community outreaches, and on Sunday we were taken by a very active person, young individual,
Uh-huh.
to a place called Light Town, which is
Okay.
on East Bank of Berbice.
Uh-huh.
Now, ironic that the name is Light Town because Light Town has no lights. Light Town
Okay.
has no lights, Light Town has no water, Light Town has no proper road.
And how long has this been going on for?
For 60
Years.
years.
60 years.
There's
Wow.
a little piece of a concrete slab
Uh-huh.
with a PVC pipe sticking out of it, about this high, and that is their supposed well.
Okay.
We went into that area on Sunday, and
Mhm.
on Monday, I personally communicated with the Guyana Water Inc. to make representation on the people's behalf. And we're working along with the Guyana Water Inc. to see how best we can get them potable water, because the most touching part about it is most of the persons in Lighttown, they're farmers. So how can you be a farmer and you don't even have water?
Well, what is important also is that Berbice, East Berbice that is, has 3 geographical parliamentarians, right?
So what you're saying is the entire Berbice has 3 geographical representatives in Parliament?
East Berbice, Region 6.
Okay, East Berbice. Uh-huh. Go ahead.
Meaning that these parliamentarians have to come from Berbice,
Yes.
3 of them. And I don't know what they have done for the past 3 years for these people.
Okay.
And I don't think the people in Berbice know who the parliamentarians are for Berbice. So they can call upon them when they have a problem.
Yes.
And these parliamentarians have to go back and make representation for them so that money could be allocated to look after these people.
And what about your local NDCs?
The local NDCs, well, that isn't a big problem because perhaps for 20 years we didn't have local government election.
Well, what I think what Victor was trying to get to is that we have general and regional elections.
Uh-huh.
So the village councillors are elected and selected from the list of candidates from the parties on the region council
Okay.
seats.
Well, no, he spoke about
Right,
NDCs.
NDCs, okay.
NDCs is
Re-
local government.
government.
Well, if those who are there were elected 23 years ago, or how many years ago?
And they still remain there?
Yeah, so I have a job, nobody can remove me.
Wow.
So why would I do a work?
So,
Hmm?
can I make mention or state that we are supporting the local government election? Is this what we're saying?
Of course.
So-
Because if they know that a local government election is tomorrow, they will do work. Like they know elections on May 11,
Uh-huh.
the paving East Bank Berbice Road.
Okay, so before that,
No.
All
For
right,
20
then.
something years it was never paved.
so can I get back to our prime ministerial candidate? Can you tell me a little bit more about your objectives with respect to youths and parliamentary support?
Youth, or the category of youth, they are being increased. Guyana is becoming a young nation, meaning that you will have more young people than old people.
Uh-huh.
And I think we have about 60% of Guyanese who are young people. And the majority of them are educated.
Uh-huh.
they are not like people 20, 25 years ago,
Okay.
right? Especially our women, they have emancipated, they have university degrees, they do good work, they want a car, they want a home. And so these people, or this category of people, because of the education, and so they can't find proper job. And they can meet or go after their dreams. And the reason for that is that our governments, for the past 50 years, never look at real job creation. They just try to maintain what we have, but they never look at real job creation.
So, how do you intend to tackle this situation in the creation of jobs? Give us some ideas, just a few ideas, how you go about it. What are some of the plans of the TUF?
The plans of the TUF is that, first of all, government should not participate in businesses, like how they're taking part in Marriott Hotel and Rice Cereal Farm in Essequibo. Government should totally stay away from that and allow Guyanese to buy shares and be part of those companies.
Okay.
There's one way. You have private, public-private partnership. The government can come with the ideas, but the private people should carry out the businesses. And there are many things we can do to create jobs. We can create, for example, a factory to make solar panel. The whole world now go to alternative energy.
And taking into consideration that we in Guyana have sun almost all year.
Our
Imagine what we
sun
can get.
never dies.
Okay.
And the United Force symbol is the sun.
Okay.
Right?
So I figure you'll be pushing for solar panels.
Yeah, that's one thing. Solar panel, we can have packaging plant. We can plant corn. We use so many corn. Every day we have fried rice and chow mein. We can plant corn and tin it, and we can use it here and export. We can make chips, planting chips and package it in nice package rather than importing from other countries.
Okay.
We can tin coconut milk. We can dissect coconut. We can do so many things
What
to
about the
create
water?
job. We can have coconut water also in
Okay.
tins and in bottles rather than to importing it from the Caribbean.
Can I get back to Mr. Kemraj? Tell me, I drove around Berbice a little and I've noticed that lots of houses are closed up, and I've noticed that most of the agricultural industry is like going down. Can you give us a little insight what's taking place?
For those agricultural business to go up, right, as you said, they're going down, you know, government have to find market, right? You have like a can factory. You have rice, connect a lot of things that you know, right? Fruits, and that's what Barbies need: jobs, and we need industries.
Okay, so, and what about the youths? What are they involved in?
Well, youths, they're not involved in much, you know, just sports now
They don't have
within
anything
the
to do.
community. There's not much they are involved in.
Just riding in the afternoon on the bicycle on the road.
And most on the phone,
And they're on the
texting,
phone.
you know,
Yes.
they don't have much thing to do.
Okay.
There's any minutes for us to take calls?
We can take a few calls.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
We take some calls,
I
you know,
think the line
to
is
respond.
open, so we'll be taking a few calls.
Hello, good evening. Yes.
Go ahead, we're listening.
See, first to cut
Hello.
off.
Okay, let's continue.
Hello, good evening.
Will you evaluate TV, please?
They hung up.
Anyway, more like lands, right? I mean, okay, you have 2 children or so. You have your small house lot,
Yes.
but they get bigger and they get their own jobs. They're gonna need their own
Your own land.
land, right? But what do we in the UF?
Hello,
TUF?
good evening.
Hello, good night.
Good night.
Good evening.
How are you doing?
We're
We're
fine.
doing
Okay.
fine.
And
I
yourself?
want to ask y'all a question.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Can y'all go in the field and work?
We have been going in the
Oh, we just come from
Oh, you mean-
field work. in Kanji.
Can you use a cutlass?
Oh yes, I use cutlass. I have a garden.
Okay, can you plant the pan?
Yes,
Sure,
Miss,
man.
I don't know where you're coming from, but my father is a rice farmer, and I grew up in rice farm.
Okay, I hope so. Keep it up.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for calling.
But is that we gonna plant farming? Do you have farmers out there
Yeah.
who wanna plant? Once they have a place to go and
I actually admire that call.
Yes.
You know, she wants to know if we can work.
Yeah, yeah.
Actually, we can work and we intend to work.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Good evening.
Hello, good
Hello,
evening.
good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Thanks for calling.
I have a question for Miss Nadir.
Yes.
Sure.
First of all, I would like to know if you communicate with your father.
Yes, I do.
Okay, because he's in the PPP, and I would like to know if you communicate with him, why as the TUF claims that they know that the needs of the youth and so on, how come, and everything, not the youth only, how come you're not relating this information to him so that he can relate it to his party and get work done for the people? Because you're talking about shared governance and so on. Now, if you are a party standing by yourself and you want to help, you want to see your people go forward and you want to help your people, then you need to help them through your father because he's in the party. And all I'm seeing that's happening right now, youths are being neglected, old people are being neglected,
Yes.
teachers, soldiers, policemen, all these people are being neglected. And if you have the power to help, then you should help through them because, to be honest, there's no way the TUF can win the general elections, right?
We
So
agree.
what I'm saying is that
Okay,
whatever
ma'am, can
little
I-
you can do
Can I make a
from
suggestion?
your part,
I'll,
you should do through your father.
Okay.
okay.
Try to do at least.
I'll address that. Now, first of all, I believe the caller structured it wrong because she's automatically assumed that I don't communicate the needs and the desires of the youth. My father and I can communicate, and I do communicate, and I do say, look, you know what, this is what is happening. If whether or not representation is made, I don't get involved in PPP's aspects of what they do, and I could care less what they do because I'm with this party. But having said that, that does not guarantee that the PPP will listen. And my experience with the PPP is that they don't listen. You can recommend and you can give them all the suggestions, but they're dead set in their ways.
They don't care about the youth
No,
of
they
Guyana, they only care about their children.
So the alternative is now is put yourself in a position where you can start to make some noise and start to make a change.
Yes. It is our intention to make that change. And the caller said that we are not going to win the election. Our intention is to win the election. Even if we don't win the election, I'm certain we are going to win a few seats in Parliament. And from there, we'll take it forward. And you can follow us, and you'll be sure that the TUF is on the road and we're heading for victory. If not today, within the next 5 to 10 years, I can guarantee you, you will see the forces of youth in Guyana. Thank you. That's all for now. Thanks a lot.